Hey everyone, my name is Chorus, and today we have a war video. This is going to be the first war of season 31. In this war, we had the bans, and our bans today were Human Torch, Doctor Doom, and Red Magneto. And the bans which we did were Human Torch, Doctor Doom, and Black Widow Clairvoyant. So, in this war, I'm going to take part number 9 with in total 13 fights, which are these. And let's start with the video. And I'm going to select my team. I'm gonna bring Havoc, Hercules, and Falcon with the power down attack tactic, which is quite useful for Havoc. And in the first section, we have Mr. Negative, Mysterio, Mojo as a mini boss, then Penny on Power Snack, and this Gorgon Mixmasters. Then Professor X would be on this window of opportunity stun node. There's another node like which puts a disorient on yourself and like on a perfect block. And then in section 2 we have Guillotine 2099 and Immortal Hulk on path 9, Apocalypse on kinetic transference, and there's like one more node called Feet of Indestructible 2, which means like if you are at 2 bars of power, they basically become indestructible for some time. And on the mini island, we have Bishop on Vigorous Assault and Safeguard, Terrax on the Stunning Reflection and Stun Vulnerability node, SpiderHam on Brute Force, and some other node which gives them power on each evade or auto block, and Thing as the boss. So after boosting, my first fight is Mr. Negative on Schadenfreude and Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Poison. So over here the plan is simple, just lock on and use a power start 1 boost, or not a power start 1 boost, but just intercept him as much as you can and try to avoid getting like doing a parry so that he does not gain any light charges. And this fight is quite simple, and in 26 hits it's down. So we are done with the first fight. Coming on to the second fight, it's Mysterio on Hazard Shift and some other node which I am not recollecting right now. So basically it's actually a good placement for Mysterio because since you cannot take down his helmet, he's immune to ability accuracy. So I had not known about that earlier, and I just used Falcon for this fight thinking it's gonna work and he's gonna reduce the ability accuracy. But once I started this fight, I just recollected this information, and I just wanted to finish the fight as soon as I can right now at this point because I'm gonna get all the incinerates and poisons on me for each hit. So I was just thinking like I just want to just survive this fight and just finish this one. So we finish him at 50% health, and then we move on to the next fight, which is Mojo on the same hazard shift. And there's like some other node called Blood in the Water 2, I guess. So the plan over here is simple, just lock on and hit as much as you can, and just take him down as fast as you can. And this fight works pretty well with Falcon because you don't have to worry about the incinerates and the poisons on yourself. So I'm just gonna do combos and rush to a special 2 and just hit it, and here I get hit, which is quite normal. Like if you are going to see my Alliance 4 videos, you're gonna see me getting hit a lot of times. So just get used to it. So there's nothing special in this fight. He's gonna throw another special one, and I'm just gonna block all of it, and he goes down. So we are done with 3 fights, and we move on to the 4th fight, which is Penny Parker on Power Snack. At first I thought it's gonna be a pretty easy fight with Hercules because like he has the damage and everything, but I actually underestimated Penny Parker on this node, and you're gonna see how. So we start the fight with power start 1, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna do dexterity, and then I'm just gonna do a special intercept and use my special one. But the thing is, due to ability failure, I just got one out of the three precision buffs. So that's the first mistake I did. And the second mistake is the more dexterity I use, the more power she's gonna gain because of the power snack node. And so my plan over here is failing miserably, and I'm just thinking like what all I can do right now and just try to finish the fight as fast as I can. So what I do over here is just try to hit her normally, and here I thought like she's gonna come at me and I'm gonna do a special intercept because the power snack was on cooldown, but it didn't happen, and I just used the special one at the wrong occasion, I guess. So here I'm gonna bring down her shield again. And this fight is not looking good, to be honest. It's like 1 minute into the fight and I get hit. And now she is at 15 spider charges, or maybe 19 right now. So I'm just gonna get some amount of power burn debuff on me. And here I do another mistake of hitting into her while she had the shield and the spider sense charges, I guess. So this fight is not looking good at all. So it's gonna be miserable. At this point, I'm just thinking like I just want to finish this fight. And here again, I just do a special intercept and I forget that the power snack node is not on cooldown and all my three precisions were nullified at that moment. And right now I'm just getting a lot of power burn debuff on me, and I'm just draining all my power, and she's getting all her power, and this is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. So, and I'm just trying to hit her, and that's it. I'm just baiting the special ones like an idiot, and this is something which I shouldn't have done. And it's not looking good. I'm at 24% right now. She's at 48%, and I'm getting another power burn. And now I'm gonna get another power burn. So it's not looking good. I'm at 6 or maybe 4% health now. I'm just trying to bring the shield down and I'm getting panicked right now. At this moment, I got a lot panicked. So at 1%, I'm at 1% right now and I'm still like an idiot just waiting a special one attack. I should have done the special two bait, but it's just the panic situations which has like got the best out of me. So I don't know what should I do right now. So at this point, I forgot, and like what I should have done is I should have just gone like at this moment. Yeah, let's go to this moment. Yeah, let's play this again. So at this moment, once I got the dexterity buff at 2% or maybe 1% health, I should have got another dexterity buff and I should have nullified it. At this moment, I should have just nullified this buff. Because what happened the next part was, now since she doesn't have any power snack charges, so whatever buff I get right now is going to get nullified. So since she is at 14 spider charges or whatever, like once she throws this special one, in between that special one she's gonna get four more power sense charges. So that means once she's above 15, I guess, you get a power drain, power burn debuff. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna reduce your power, and since right now I'm not at 1 HP but more than 1 HP, so once I reach 1 HP it's gonna trigger the immortality. So what happens here is that once it reaches 1 HP, my immortality starts and it ends due to the power snack node. So if I had used this dexterity buff, oh, it's not on this point. It's on this point. Now I get the dexterity buff, and I should have nullified it right now. Rather than avoiding her, I should have just nullified it. So that's what happened. And I got the immortality, and she gained power, and my immortality got nullified. So I go back with Hercules again, uh, and I just try to finish the fight. And this second attempt against her was quite better than the first attempt in total. Like I finished the fight in like 17 seconds or 16 seconds, but it was my first death in the first war of season 31. And after this point, I just wanted to just redeem myself and just not give any more deaths. So for the next following war, so that's what I did. I guess you're gonna see this in in this video. So the next fight we have is a Gorgon Mixmaster, and I'm gonna use Havoc against him. So the plan against this Gorg is to fight very patiently, uh, because this is the fight of testing your patience. So what I do here is, according to the opponent's limber, I just mix my light and medium attacks and try to get to a 5-hit combo so that I can bring down his rock shield faster and I don't have to rely on 3 attacks. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm gonna bait the special one, and again I'm gonna patiently wait for the parry, and then I'm gonna do the same 5-hit combo on, like, or at least try to get that 5-hit combo on his block, on his parry. So until he has like less than 1 bar of power, what I try to do is I just try to mix in medium light intercepts so that he will not evade me, and I get to do more hits so that I can bring the rock shields more faster. And then the plan was just to throw a special 3 and try to bring him down as much as it can. But here, since he had no plasma debuff, so the feedback didn't do any damage because it's based on the damage you do and the plasma debuffs the opponent has. So this was quite a bad idea. So right now my plan is to either get to a special 3 again, or maybe just use a special 2 once his rock shield is down. So that's what I do, I guess. And right now I'm just gonna use a special 2 and just gonna see, and this actually brings him down. So the plan kind of worked, but not 100% in a 100% way. So yeah, but fight one is like you just have to survive the fight. So yeah, it worked in the end. So here I'm gonna use Hercules against Professor X, and my plan is to use a power start 1 boost and just intercept him until his falter charges come to 0, and then I'm just gonna do a special intercept SP1 so that I can counter his miss easily, because Hercules SP1 has a buff, this purple buff, which counters miss, so which is the best option against him. So you don't have to wait for like hitting into him and refreshing that fault debuff. And it was a pretty simple fight, 1 SP1, 1 SP2, and he got down, and that was it. So coming on to the section 2 fight, part 9, we have Guillotine on one-eyed opener and Hazard Shift Shock and Bleed. So here I actually used Hercules because I thought this special one True Sense buff is gonna help me a lot, and the plan was just to fight aggressively and just bring her down as fast as you can until the shocks start doing their damage. So that was it. I just finished the fight in, I guess, in less than 20 hits. So in 18 hits, so she was down. And the next fight I'm gonna do is this Immortal Hulk, which seems to be a pretty simple fight. It has the same hazard shift node, and there was a nervous armored node, I guess. So the plan here is to use Falcon and just lock on and hit normally. And in case he doesn't go down in like one lock on phase, or just wait for the lock on to refresh and again lock on him and just do the damage. That's it. It's a pretty straightforward fight. You don't have to think about a lot of things, and that's what I did. And I also use the regen boost just in case, because later I'm gonna use Falcon on the thing boss. So I thought this might help me save some potions. So I'm just gonna use this regen boost for this fight as well as for the next fight, which is Apocalypse on feats of Destruction 2 and Kinetic Transference. So for that fight, I think I'm gonna use Hercules because that was the only counter I thought like should work against him from the team I have. So the plan against this Apocalypse is quite simple. Just push him to a special 2 and try to evade that special 2 because it's easier than evading a special 1. And also like normally I can evade completely the special 1 in wars. I try to avoid that just to be safe. So what I do is against a special 1 is I just evade the first beam, block the second and evade the third beam. And for special 2s I can evade all the special 2 completely. So that's what I thought, and here he kind of like did a shallow intercept on me, which I was surprised to see. So here I try to show off my skills and I got completely destroyed on this one. And this is like one of the problems I'm seeing with Hercules, like his special 1 tends to whiff sometimes, which I have no idea about, like why does it do that, but it does sometimes. But the immortality kicks in and it finishes him off, and we move on to the mini boss island right now. So we have Bishop on Safeguard and Vigorous Assault. So for this fight I'm gonna use Hercules again because like he's one of the best counters I have available for this fight. I know it's not the ideal counter, but he works. So the plan against this bishop is to push him to a special 2, and I'm also using an indestructible boost just to be safe. So right now I'm trying to complete my feats and just push him to a special 2, do a special intercept with a special 1, and then I try to push him to a special 2, and then after pushing to a special 2 I try to just do some block hits so that I reduce his prowess so that it's not unblockable, and I just wait on the region to go so that like I can play more freely and I can parry in the end. So right now I wait a special 2 and I get hit, I get clipped by the end part of the special 2, but it's all fine because I have the indestructible boost, so it's not gonna be much of a difference. And here I again thought he's gonna come at me, but he didn't, and I take 3 hits on the face, and I think that's fine. And here I completely dex the special 2, which is good. And now I do another special intercept SP1, and here I just do the block and try to reparry so that he doesn't throw a special 1, because if he throws a special 1 then it's gonna be difficult and we just waste a lot of time, and then like we have to wait for the energy buff to go so that you don't get any incinerates on you. And this havoc against stunning reflection Terrax is like one of the best fights I did today. Like my intercepts were like 95% on point, and against this Terrax, havoc is actually a good counter just because the rock field kind of fuels havoc, and it just does a plasma detonation on him again and again, and it tries to like, and it keeps and it like brings him down faster as compared to Namor, against whom like you have to wait for the Imperious Rex to trigger and then do the normal attack. And here you actually don't need like a heavy hitting jump or maybe like a fury buff or something like to increase your attack. All the plasma damage is doing the 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 plasma detonation is doing its thing, and you don't even have to worry about like high damage or anything like that. You can also do it with the 6-star rank 1 havoc if you have it, but I wouldn't prefer that and nobody will prefer that because like it's a risky thing to do. So here I'm just doing 4 hits and intercepting, and because during his this rock field he's quite aggressive, so doing intercepts is quite easy to do in this situation. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just intercepting like a crazy madman, and it's working in my favor. I mean, he's so cooperative. He's just coming at me like after every intercept, like a good boy. So here he goes down, and I got hit 5 times, but yeah, I still survived the fight, so that's what matters in the end. So here I'm gonna use the region boost again with Falcon against the SpiderHam. So the plan is simple to just intercept as much as you can and hit during the lock on and save your parries during the cooldown phase, and in case when he becomes quite defensive like here. So that's what I did so that I can just refresh the brute force degeneration. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna intercept, and right now I'm just gonna play it safe and just gonna do like one hit just to refresh that degeneration timer. And since my lock on is back, I just lock on again and I do a parry so that I get a safe opening and I can just refresh the degeneration again. So here he becomes quite passive and he doesn't want to throw anything. So he luckily throws a special one, and I, like a fool, I just take it on the block. And again, since the regeneration has worn off, I just decided to just end the fight since he's quite low on health right now. So I just wanna do something quite fast, and I just lock on and I just do one hit and he's down. So we're done with 12 fights and just one remains, and that's the boss, which is Think. And I think it was a signature 88 thing, so it's not big of a deal. And I just use an invulnerability boost just so that in case I get hit, which I'm gonna, because it's my fights, so it's gonna be there's like hardly no fight without me getting hit. So it's always better to use an indestructible boost on the boss so that you're safe in case you get hit. So the plan here it's the same, just lock on and hit him during the lock ons, because during lock on he doesn't gain any rock shields, be it the normal attacks or block hits. So during this cooldown phase, what I do is I just try to like do some combos and like push him to his corner so that I don't get cornered, and like it's easier for me to deal him, because once I get cornered it can get messier and you might die. So like getting cornered is not a good thing against this guy, especially like when he becomes unstoppable and he's like super aggressive. He's just coming at you and he's not stopping. So here I just do like medium, light, medium, and since he was like near 15 rock stacks, I decided to just push him to 15 rock stacks before like putting on the lock on, so that like my lock on timer isn't wasted. So that's what I did. I just made him use a special one so that his 15 rock stars are converted into furies. And here I'm just trying to hit him as much as I can during the lock on before it goes into cooldown again. So that's what it is. Since now like he only is was at 2 rock stacks, so I decided to do a full 5 hit combo on him so that like I can create more space for myself. And now again, I'm just gonna hit him during the lock on phase and try to bait the special 2 and do 4 hits and intercept him. And that's what I'm doing. And I think the fight is in the back, but it's always better to be confident right after the fight is about to be over. And like even during the end, you can make mistakes. So I just bait another special from him, and after that I lock on him so that the lock on isn't wasted and I have like more time to hit him. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna do 5 hit combo and a special 2, and he's at 2%, and I think 1 or 2 hits should do the trick, and I guess they do. So yeah, so out of the 13 fights, I died on 1 fight, so that is tragic, but I guess I did pretty good in the war, and I feel that it's gonna get better from now on. And one death isn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't an easy fight. It was kind of a tricky fight, but yeah, it happens. Sometimes you misjudge or miscalculate or just like misjudge the situation and the fights, and sometimes you make mistakes. So all in all, I guess it was a pretty good experience for the first war after a long time. And like one of the most important thing was like since there was no war for the for like 2 months, I guess, like a lot of people got rusty, and that was the main reason like people didn't actually perform well in wars because they were on a long break, and coming back to wars after a long break and make them rusty. So that was it. But yeah, all in all, I guess I did pretty good. And you guys can let me know in the comments if I did good or not, and which fight out of these 13 fights were the best, like were the most entertaining for you. And I hope you guys had an amazing first war. And yep. And if you like this war video and you think I should do some more war videos, so just like this, so please let me know in the comments. And as usually, if you like the video, just hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. And let me know in the comments how was your first war experience for like with all these bands. And I hope you guys won the war, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.